get ready for This is Martin County on TV.
Martin County on TV, talking business.
Hi, welcome to Talking Business. I'm Sara Pierce, Pierce Accounting and Tax Services, and today we are going to talk with...
I'm James McAdams. I own or co-own Loxley Coffee, and I'm the head roaster there.
And where are you located?
428 East Blue Earth Avenue here.
Tell me about how did you get into the business?
Oh, I mean, I've always been into specialty coffee or drinking coffee. I guess I've done it since I was a pretty small child, stealing cups of coffee from my mom and whatnot. And then I got into drinking nicer coffee. I wanted to sell coffee equipment, but then I started roasting and decided that was a lot more fun, kind of matched up with the way I think and do things. So.
Okay. When did you open?
We opened September of last year.
Last year? Well, tell us about your hours.
All right, so currently we're open Tuesday through Friday, 8 till noon. Saturday and Sunday, 10 till 2 p.m., but coming sooner than later, we should be expanding our hours a little bit further.
Okay.
Not exactly sure what that'll all entail.
Sure.
Maybe opening up a little earlier on the weekdays and the weekend and staying open a little longer. But just keep an eye on our website. And,
Yeah, what all do you offer there?
we offer currently hot coffee, so anything from espresso drinks like lattes, cappuccinos. We tend to stick to more like actual cafe drinks, whereas larger chains, they get into the foo-foo drinks, I guess.
Yeah.
And we do hot cups of coffee as well, are freshly roasted. We sell 12-ounce bags and 5-pound bags, and then we're also in wholesale, so selling to local grocery chains and
Sure.
other cafes and restaurants and
Yeah.
such.
I saw it in Hy-Vee for sure.
Yep, we're in Hy-Vee.
Great. So you can purchase in your store and at local grocery stores.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Do you have an online sale option? Or?
We do online for sure. Yep, you
Okay.
can order, we'll ship. You can do local pickup. We do subscription services, and you can go on there and fill out a form for wholesale and everything else. So.
Great. Wow, that's really great. What are your future plans?
I think the next step is for us to get into cold drinks. Everyone really likes their iced lattes and cold brew. We're going to do that. Expand our hours in the summer. We're thinking about having a kind of like a grand opening in the summer here.
Okay.
We have a fairly large parking space. Try to get some food trucks out there and get bodies in there, maybe some music or something.
Okay.
And then just trying to get more wholesale and growing in that direction as well.
Sure. And I notice you have a nice patio area out there, so it's a nice place to sit outside when it's nice out.
Yeah. We made that ourselves. Most of my family came there and carried all the rocks around and did all that, so that was a lot of fun. A lot of work too.
Great. So you just mentioned your family. So did you grow up around here?
Yeah. Moved to Fairmount when I was about 3 or 4 and been here ever since.
Okay. So you're pretty much from here. Why don't you tell us about your family?
Yeah, so I'm married. I have 2 daughters. I actually co-own the business with my 2 brothers as well.
Okay.
So Joe and Will, they're both partial owners of Loxley Coffee. We all went into it together.
Okay. Then your brothers are still around here too, then obviously.
So yeah, my brother Joe lives in Delano.
Okay.
My brother Will's in the area still.
It sounds like you have a real passion for the coffee, of course. So what was your passion and your drive to make this happen?
We're in what's called a coffee desert, I guess. You can't really go anywhere within like 2+ hours to get some fresh roasted coffee, and we just kind of saw that could be a good market to get into, and I love coffee, so we just make sure that everyone has fresh roasted coffee available in the area, which isn't, readily available around here. Most places you go, you get a bag of coffee, and it's a month or 2 old, whereas ours is generally within a week of being roasted. It comes off our shelves. So.
Okay. How long does it take to roast?
Depending on the roast degree, it takes anywhere from 9 to about 15 minutes. So like a light roast comes out at around 9.5 minutes. And if you get into a fairly dark roast, it can be, 13 to 15 minutes. So depending on different variables.
Okay. Yeah. What's your favorite kind?
I like all of them.
Okay.
It's a cheesy answer, but it's true. On any given day, there's, coffee's like fine wine or something like that. Depending on how it's roasted, you get different flavor notes and different bodies and different levels of perceived sweetness and such. So I generally like a light roast Ethiopian, but some days I might have a really dark roast, like our Sumatran or something like that, just to change it up a little bit.
Okay. Great. So you offer all the different variables.
Yeah,
varieties.
we have about 2 to 3 of each roast degree, and then a couple of our house blends, we call them, which is just something that will always have the general same flavor profile as we continue on.
So I guess, a lot of us are curious, how do you learn to do the process?
Yeah, so I went to a course in the Twin Cities at a place called Mill City Roasters.
Okay.
And they offer some courses, lots of trial and error, lots of YouTube videos, lots of books. I mean, just anything I could get my hands on to learn a little bit more. Definitely like a little bit of art and science. That's just kind of the way my brain operates, and that's the perfect mixture. There's lots of things you need to stick to, but a lot of it is just smelling and tasting and being aware of different phases changing in the coffee and whatnot. So
Okay. So I'm aware of where you're located at, and it is very centralized here in Fairmont. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about that place?
yeah, so we have our shop itself is fairly small. We do have some indoor seating, probably about 10, 12 seats in there. But we have a large parking lot, which we plan to utilize, get more food trucks and things like that in there. We have a large patio. Right now there's only a couple tables out there, but we plan to expand on that.
Sure.
And just see where it goes in the future.
Well, I know sometimes you offer a little bit more than coffee. There's baked goods sometimes.
Yeah, so about every other weekend, my buddy Brandon, he owns the bread box here in town, and he'll come in, and generally he does online orders. He has his own website, but he'll also have extra goods that you can pick up if you come in store, and that works pretty well for both of us, because then we sell drinks to go along with, and he generally tries to bake things that are more like cafe related, so he'll have scones and things like that you can enjoy with a cup of coffee.
Okay,
or latte.
great. Didn't he use some of your coffee in some of his baked goods?
Yeah, he does that quite
Okay,
often.
yeah.
It's just we'll take some of our coffee and actually put it in the cookies or whatever it is that he's making.
So outside from stopping in at your location, how else do people find you?
You can find us at loxleycoffee.com. That would be the best way to find us. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I do videos of me testing out different recipes for lattes and things like that we're working on currently. And any of those above ways would be the best way to find us.
Great. So you are everywhere. Easy to find.
Yep.
It's great. Well, thank you, James, for taking the time and doing this interview and talking about what you do. We are very excited to have you in Fairmont, and we look forward to the new varieties they have coming up and your summer iced drinks. Thank you for joining us today here at Talking Business. I'm Sara Pierce of Pierce Accounting.
Martin County on TV, Talking Business.